Kickstarter and crowdfunding have been transformative to the gaming world. It has given us FTL, Wasteland 2, and a big favorite with my family, Gloomhaven. Baldur's Gate 3 doesn't even exist without Larian Studios' successful Kickstarters of the Divinity Original Sins games. We've even seen the emergence of a new religion through Kickstarter. In our space, we've seen many Western localizations of Japanese titles like Clannad, Moi Love, 3 of the Venus Blood games, as well as a Leisure Suit Larry reboot, and of course, Subverse. And those successes have happened during the continued crackdown by Visa and MasterCard on content they deem unacceptable, where we've even seen intermediaries like PayPal interfere with Kickstarter projects. That brings us to one of the latest Kickstarters, Vampire Syndicate. This is from the same developer that gave us Memoirs of a Battle Brothel, which was my favorite game of 2022. Given that, and my dual loves of urban fantasy and cyberpunk, you would think that I am excited about this project, which I am. However, I also have an obligation and duty to you all to talk about any concerns that I have. So before I get into all of that, let's talk about what this game is offering. Nuanced character creation, turn-based tactical combat, detailed RPG progression system, play on squad size of 6, classes, skill checks, choice and consequence, hub-based semi-open world, free roam and complete contracts to earn money and respect, manage your crew, your hideouts, and your businesses, unique faction reputation system, and a lot of reading. A game that delivers on all of these is going to be amazing and has the potential to not only be the greatest adult game ever, but it would likely be a top-selling game on Steam overall. Given the highly sexualized nature of vampires and cyberpunk, it is easy to see that this will be a slam dunk. So what's the problem? How long do you think a game like this is going to take to finish making? How much money do you think a game like this is going to cost to make? Subverse, a game that has promised way less than this, has raised millions of dollars between Kickstarter and Steam, has an entire development studio for its animations, and it is still looking like it's going to take 6 years to deliver on everything promised to its backers. One of the consistent issues with failed Kickstarter projects is that they often do not ask for a sufficient amount of money to actually complete their project. I can't tell you if Vampire Syndicate is going to become another failed Kickstarter project, but I can tell you that the developer is not asking for anywhere near enough of the money that it will take to see this project to completion. Now, it could be that there are other sources of funding that the developer has neglected to mention as part of pitching this project, but part of a good sales pitch is giving potential backers confidence that this project will succeed. And in order to succeed, this project will likely need at least $1 million if we want to have any chance to see a completed version that delivers everything being promised before 2030. Each of the Venus Blood Kickstarters brought in around $300,000, and that was just to translate already finished games. Some people might look at this as just another Kickstarter scam. I understand that concern, and if I were to use Occam's razor, I would probably agree with them. However, there is another explanation that probably makes more sense here. As good as this developer has shown themselves to be at making a great game, they have also shown themselves to be highly incompetent when it comes to marketing. I know that may sound harsh, but I would rather fund someone who is good at making games and bad at marketing than the alternative. As for this developer being bad at marketing, I'm not the first person to say this. Even PC Gamer talked about this back in 2022 in their review of Memoirs of a Battle Brothel. As for Vampire Syndicate, this is the second Kickstarter. The first was launched a year ago and it failed to meet its $45,000 goal. While the second Kickstarter has already exceeded that amount, there was little fanfare or effort to advertise the launch of this project in advance. Basically, all of the things that a developer should do to build excitement and engagement before the launch of a Kickstarter. That was not done here. I just covered the crowdfunding of VR Carnage. There was a weeks-long build-up through social media that culminated with a live stream event at the launch of the project. How much more money would Vampire Syndicate have raised if they showed a similar level of marketing acumen? Is it fair to hold a lone developer to the same standard as a team of Japanese gaming professionals that have decades of experience? No. But I am more interested in seeing this project actually succeed than I am in not hurting this developer's feelings. I'm not shaming here. Vampire Syndicate is a fantastic idea with an awesome looking trailer from a developer who has already made a great game. I will be funding this project solely on that basis. As to if this project is going to actually succeed, it is going to take a lot more money than it has currently brought in. So if you are interested in backing this project, know that this game will need to raise $500,000 or $600,000 at the bare minimum in order to come anywhere near delivering on what is promised. That amount should get us to a viable early access release on Steam, where this developer can then raise the rest of the money necessary. But regardless of Vampire Syndicate's success or failure, what I can tell you for sure is that this is going to take a very long time before we see any kind of outcome. Until next time, no shaming, just gaming.